We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do. We got ish to do, we got ish to do.
Why, hello. It's Raven Richards. We're back with We Got Ish to Do. So this episode is called Aries-Taurus Cusp. Apparently I wanted to talk about this. I don't remember writing this down. I must have wrote it like last year. So I'm born on 420. I'm not a smoker, but on 420 I do smoke. So from 419 to like 422, 3, I'm like very, very lifted. But I'm naturally lifted. I never been into like drugs and drinking. Like when I was in college, like I would drink fireballs and like Four Locos, and I believe I had a 40 before. Actually, probably a couple. Like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go hard. Like, but I remember I actually used to drink Four Locos like it was nothing, and like my ex used to be like, bro, what the fuck, like why where's your tolerance? And yeah, and then wine. But then like I didn't like the way it made my vagina feel when I would drink wine anymore, so I stopped because like I went to Spelman, and certain times when it was certain people's birthdays, it was everybody's birthday, so we was just drinking every day. So yeah. But like I never craved it on my own. It was always because it was like, okay, it's a celebration, fuck it, I'm young, who cares, plus let's get lit. Like I didn't care. And then smoking, I never been like, oh, let me do that, because I never wanted to be dependent upon something. I do like to like have intercourse if I'm high, I guess, but like either way, I'm always lifted, and I always like to have intercourse with people of my liking. So I have a natural high. Excuse me. Okay, so as you can see, I got a new microphone. Ooh, and excuse my voice. I don't know why this is happening. I don't have a water nearby, so I hope it flattens out and gets itself together. So yeah, so I think I'm more of an Aries. Like most of my friends and my mom, and like I think people who really know me would probably say I'm more of an Aries, because I'm not very patient, and I'm not very well, I'm patient with certain things, but if I feel like I've been given consistent energy, I'm not. Like and I don't like playing games. I'm very straightforward. I'm very blunt. I'm very energetic and hyper and intense and passionate, and kind of go hard or go home kind of mentality. But I looked up the traits though to see like what else it said. It said high energy and competitive and ambitious. I'm very ambitious and I have a lot of energy. Like right now, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I just came from the club. It wasn't fulfilling or satisfying enough for me, so I still have more energy. So I'm like, oh, let me create. Like, this ain't nothing for me. I don't like to be up all hours of the night, because I've noticed that I like to have a really good head start in my day. I really like to start early, but I was out, so this is what it is. And now tomorrow I won't have anything that I have to do. I'll just be able to like lounge and be on the beach and like self-care, which is very big with Tauruses. But anyway, so the competitive part though, I really enjoy, I would say, competitiveness amongst fair players though. I'm big on foul. Like if you do foul play, like it's funny because I just met this guy tonight. He said he was a singer and he was really hype because he was like, yeah, I get my stuff mixed and mastered, and I'm like, you excited about mix and master, nigga? Like you know what the fuck I be going like. But he said it like, yeah, I take my shit serious, and I'm like, you have no fucking idea. Mix and mastered is the least of my problems. All the work I've been putting in, I think I was excited about getting something mixed and mastered in 2017, 2018, 2019. Like, nigga, what? Like, I like competitiveness with people who actually are gonna put in work, and we can really, really benefit each other over competing and playing. Like, if you're gonna play the game, play the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna go hard at a goal, come on. Like, stop playing and do this shit for real. Because if not, I'm gonna feel like I'm just the one that's kind of giving you fuel, and you're not really, you're no competition. You're not hard to beat. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? Yeah, nah. So I would say more inspiration and motivation, because that's what I get from like a competition. Like, for instance, what's up? Oh, like I just played pool tonight. And the guy noticed I was really, really good, but I was playing in a street way. Like, I didn't know the rules. And I do know the rules. I don't always count my balls. Like, I just be hitting it, and I'm good. But and like I'll win. But like, technically, I'm not counting the ball. Excuse me, I'm tired. So I can't get another hit. And sometimes in certain games, people don't count that because I didn't count it. So he was trying to teach me all these rules and stuff. And it was like, it was cool to play him because I wouldn't say he's better than me. But he knows the game, you know what I'm saying? And he's more experienced than I am. He plays more than I do. But I have more of a fan base. Like, when I came there, people was like, oh my God, we haven't seen you play in a month. Like, you can tell I'm good, and I feed my crowd. Like, I have a lot of like expression when I'm playing. Like, I'm telling people get out the way. Like, I'm very high. I'm very high energy. He's more mellow. So you would think I'm the winner the way that I'm like presenting the game. It's like if I was in the NBA or the WNBA or whatever. Some players are really good, but I always believe the players who know how to perform the game are even better. Like, if you know how to like when AI stepped over that nigga Lou, like, woo. Like, you hit a three and then step over a nigga, like, that to me is like, whoa. Like, not only did you win, but you also like, you flexed it more, you know. I like that type of competition because I can learn from that, and that's fun. And it just was cool for him to pull me aside, like, look, I'm gonna teach you the game because you actually got the tools already. You just don't know what the fuck you doing. And I was like, all right, cool. And I learned it, and I got better. Like, we played again, and I got better. I almost beat him, and I beat him last time. It was hard for me to focus this time. It was a lot going on. It was a lot of. It was a plethora of beauty in that thing tonight. Like, woo! Oh my God, man. I mean, a lot of average faces, but the bodies. Woo! It was hard to focus. It was really hard to focus. Like, it was. People was going during my turn because I was stopping dance with people. Like, it was a lot. Yeah. So, yeah. So the Taurus traits say dependable, organized, and sensual. I'm all three of those. I'm definitely organized. I don't play. I don't like clutter and mess and shit. And I don't like people that's dirty. Like, I don't like a bunch of like, you get in somebody's car, they be like, oh, I'm sorry that there's bottles and shit everywhere. No, the fuck you're not. Don't say it. Just don't even say sorry. Just be like, sit down, because you're not sorry, or else you would have not had your guest sitting here like this. You're not fucking sorry. And if you are, fine, you're a sorry person in that area. But that's just, it's selfish as fuck to have somebody uncomfortable in your shit. Like, I'm not coming back. Stubborn, devoted, and patient. Definitely devoted, not patient. With a lot of things. I mean, I'm becoming more patient with myself, but like the areas I am patient in is like emotionally, like I'm very mature. Like I'm not petty. I'm not about to like do a whole bunch of like I don't spin the block. So if I don't talk to you, like it's all good. I'm very patient in that area. I'll wait till things play out. I'm very good with waiting for something to play out between me and people, especially if there's a problem. I'm very patient when there's a problem. Like very good with that. But patient with getting what I want, like work wise, and like I mean, you know what? I am patient. I think other people have called me impatient, and that's why I think I'm not patient. But I am, because because most people don't know what the fuck I be doing. Like if you go hard at something, you put in work every day at something, and you don't see the rewards of it after what I was doing this since 2021 was the first year that I dropped. I want to know. It's about to be 3 years. That's a long time to me. That's 36 months. That's 36 periods. That's a lot of tiredness. Y'all thought I was about to say blood. Nope. Said it. If you're just on Spotify and listening, you have to watch the audio of you got to watch the video on my YouTube, because then you can see my facial expressions and know like where I be at with it. Because I know sometimes I'll say something, and if you're not seeing my face, you don't know, like, I guess how goofy I am. But yeah, that's 36 months. To me, that's a long fucking time. That's a long fucking time. People don't live in the moment, so they don't think things are a long time. People are like, oh, wow, it takes people 10 years to blow. That's a long fucking time. Like, you don't think that that's too damn long to be doing the same thing? I'm not doing the same thing for 10 years. You got me fucked up. What? And expecting the first result, like I could see if I'm getting gradual. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no movement at all till 10 years. That's a problem. Something's wrong. There's a lot of blockages there. It don't take that long to manifest shit. It don't. You got to remove the blockages, and when I can't figure out what the blockages are or what the blockages that I have to remove, that's when I get impatient and frustrated, because I'm like, yo, I'm doing everything right. I'm doing everything I should do. Like, somebody help me, because it don't take that long to do certain things. Like, it just don't. Especially not in my life. Like, I get things quickly because I'm very focused. I'm not distracted. I don't do shit half-assed. Like, I'm not doing things. I don't do things like okay, if I have a goal, I don't steer away from it. I'm like every day, like everything goes toward that goal. I dedicate my life to shit that I do. I don't just do shit. So people may think I'm impatient, but I actually think I probably am. This talk is making me realize, yo, you're like, I'm insanely patient. Because most people wouldn't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. That's insanity. I'm actually insanely patient. Wow. Therapy. Another Taurus trait, it says online. I'm not lying. If you see the visual on YouTube, you can see I'm looking at the computer screen. It says lazy and understanding. I feel like I'm very understanding, but lazy? Far from it. Far from it. And sometimes I don't understand negative things. Like, I don't understand hatred very well. Like, I try to understand why people would hate on somebody else, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't. I try to look at it from every angle. I'm like, yo, that shit just dumb. Like, you're just like, I just don't. Okay, you want something, or you try to do something, and then somebody else has it and you hate, like, that still doesn't give you what you want. So logically, to me, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Why don't you ask them how they got it? Now, if you steal from them, I actually understand that logic. Like, oh, you have it, I'm going to take it. That's different than hatred. I'm just going to stand back and hate, send negative energy. That doesn't make any logical sense to me. But stealing does. But stealing is also, that's not a justice and righteous act. That's unfair. You're taking from someone else. Like, you deserve it more than them, and it's theirs. That's fucked up. You selfish as shit. Instead of just asking them, hey, how'd you get that? Hey, how'd you keep it? Because it could have been a gift, right? They could have got it from somebody else. It could have been a hand down. But how you manage it, though, because not all trust fund babies keep the money. Some go very, 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 very broke. But the ones who keep it, it's like, damn, how you do that? You know? Ask them. Or damn, you were broken, now you're not. How you do that? And then follow what they did in your own way. It's literally the blueprint to everything. That's what success is really just good habits. That's all success is. I mean, well, in my opinion, like, because success for me is happiness and being free and wanting to do what you want to do. And freedom, I'm big on freedom as an Aries. Like, that's like huge to me. Huge to me. I believe everybody should be free to do what the fuck they want to do. People always go, oh yeah, as long as it's not hurting other people. Like, I don't even be having to add that shit. Because one, okay, there's two reasons why. One, I'm not thinking in a negative way. Two, if you really think about it, like, most people as a child don't grow up and want to harm other people. This was taught to them. Like, if they steal, or if they slap people, or if they rape people, or if they rob people, or if they are con artists, they scamming. These things were introduced to them or taught to them, or some of the, like, whatever, however they got that, that's not how they started off. Like, no one started off as a child like, I want this toy, let me go and walk over as a child and, like, bang the toy upside another little boy's head. It must be something that's going on in the house to make that little boy that violent or aggressive or angry, or, you know, I do believe some people are more aggressive than others by birth. Yeah, sure. Like, trait wise, yeah. But wrongdoing, nobody comes out the womb wanting to do wrong, you know, or wanting to harm other people. If you ever watch a baby, like, they really are very, very innocent. And so that's why I don't add the, as long as they don't hurt other people, because that part was, like, learned anyway. That part would, like, that option was kind of, there's something wrong if that's the option. So I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to people who genuinely may want a bowl of watermelon from Kroger and they don't have the money to get it at this moment. That's who I'm talking to. Where I go, damn, I wish I believe they have the freedom to go earn the money to go get the watermelon, instead of them not having the freedom. It's very simplistic. I'm not talking high level shit. I break everything down to simplicity, because I'm logical. Another Aries trait. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sensitive, but I'm not emotional as much as I would say others, especially women. Like, I'm very logical. So, like, that's why I'm not petty. That's why I'm very mature when it comes to emotions, because I don't have to hold on to something for it to mean something. Like, if I have an experience with you, it's like, wow, that shit was that shit was lit. I may not even want to hold on to it. I'm a minimalist. So it doesn't, like, just because I may not call, or I may not be a clingy person, or I may not want to talk to you ever again, doesn't mean I didn't have a good time. I'm very appreciative of that one moment. I live in the moment. And I think that's confused a lot. And I think it's an Aries thing where you're like, yo, let's exchange this at this very moment and appreciate it, and then move the fuck on. Because we love action. And correct me if I'm wrong, but we love action. For me, inaction is death To be stagnant is death. Oh my God. So I can feel something, like, to go back to the sensitivity and the emotion. I know I'm all over the place right now. I'm a little tired. But to go back to the sensitivity, like, I'm very sensitive. Like, I'll feel everything. I'll know everything. Like, I'll feel it. Like, if you say it, I'll feel it. But will I be sad with you? No. Or care? No. Because you just try to play me. I used to care more about trying to help and save people in the past. Not too much, but like, not more than the, like, I was always good with not taking on people's shit for the most part, but I still took on too much in general. Like, I still took too much for me because I have a lot of shit to do. I'm not an average person. Plus, I'm not someone who can, like, sit there and be in that shit with you and just let you vent. Like, I'm not one of them people. I learned I'm not one of them friends that just want to hear you vent about negative shit more than positive. Like, you may get a couple days here and there, but if you don't laugh afterwards, or, like, if you don't make light of it afterwards, or, like, figure that shit out at some point, I'd rather you have that on your own. Like, I'm not that friend. I'm the friend to get you out the house, to go do something, and we gonna have a good time. The negative stuff, or the stuff, like, when you going through struggles or problems, I don't really sit in it, because when I go through that, I ask people for help, and I, like, try to, and I initiate it and apply it immediately. I don't really, like, I don't want to sit in any negativity. That's not the kind of person I am. So if I am, I don't know the answer. So if I give you the answer as a friend, I go, oh, this is what's going on. The person's lying. You need to cut them off. Bow. And you don't do it, don't talk to me about that ever again. Because it's not, what the fuck? Like, you're not over that. You got to process and sit through all those emotions, which I completely understand and respect, but it's annoying me. And I used to, like, feel bad about that I was such a logical person more than an emotional person, where I go, oh, I got to sit in this emotion with them. They feel bad. Like, it was one point where my mom kept calling me, and every time she would call me, it was somebody new that died. I swear to God. For months. Oh, well, such and such died. Such and such died. Every time. And one time I just went, Mom, why the fuck you telling me this shit? I don't know these people. Oh, because I thought you would care. Such and such. It's like, I don't look at death as a bad thing. So you're sad when you're telling me. I'm like, all right. I don't even know these people. You don't even give a fuck about these people, but now you do because they died. No, it just doesn't validate you. You think you gonna live forever. You got all this time in the world. You don't. Newsflash, wake the fuck up. Oh my God, who talks to their mother like this? Who raises their daughter like you did? I'm logical. And then people, oh God, you have no emotion. That's not true. I just don't play. We're not about to sit here and be negative and because it doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make sense to me to decide to feel certain ways. Like, if I'm down, I allow myself to feel certain ways. I do. But then my logical part kicks in, like, hold up, this don't make no sense. Something off here. Because if I'm applying all these things and I'm doing everything right and I'm getting help, I'm trying to get help, why the fuck, where's the help? Wait, okay, if the answer is always inside me, why is this hard for me? Like, what am I missing here, right? Instead of just to feel the emotion, I try to figure things out. I'm a problem solver, so I guess that's my Aries side, man. I'm not, like, I don't really just dwell, you know. So I'm sensitive. I feel it all. But now more than ever, I don't allow myself to take on people's shit. I used to more. I used to care. Because I used to feel like I was bad if I didn't care. But now it's like, well, even if I am bad, label me that. I don't have time for that shit. I care about you, not your fucking problems. I told you the answer, apply it, or shut the fuck up. Because can you help me with my problems? I go to therapy. I find people who may know the answer. Why don't you do that? No, you want a pity party. You want somebody to hear you talk, which is great. Create your own podcast like I have here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's nobody else's problem. Your problems are no one else's problems. Figure your own shit out. Which brings me to independence, another Aries trait. So yeah, if you are Aries or a Taurus, tell me if anything, tell me if y'all are like this, and if y'all have been getting feedback and reactions from your peers like me, because man, this shit, it's hard being an Aries, yo, because we're so misunderstood. Like, people think we don't care, and like, oh god, all you want to do is have sex. Well, what better is there to, like, what else do you think we should be doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you even talk all day, like, come on. Like, y'all gotta watch the YouTube visual versions for this one. If there's one episode you watch it for, please tune in to the YouTube for this one. Okay, so I'm a Gemini rising, and they say like that's like the Venus. So like love wise, like I'm dynamic. It says, and like I will admit I do get bored very very easily with one person. I love group activities, and I've been in open bonds since I can remember. Like, I haven't been in a monogamous relationship since I was like 23 or 22, I think. And even that one, I had a lot of freedom, so it still felt like I just had a lot of freedom. I didn't step outside of him, but I'm pretty sure he stepped outside of us. But that's on him. I mean, my cup was full. We made good loving, and he brought me fries every night, so I was fine in college. Like, that's all I needed in college. I didn't really want much. I didn't really know I could like deserve better and shit. I didn't know, and I didn't really care. I was focused on getting my bachelor's and getting the fuck out of Spelman, because I realized school just was too long. Like, it was like, damn, we in this bitch for 4, like, this shit feel like prison bids. Like, god damn, school is long. Shit. I guess that's the impatience. I don't know. Y'all tell me if y'all think I'm patient or impatient, but I just think shit don't take that goddamn long. So yeah, like the Gemini rising part, I definitely am dynamic. I wouldn't say I'm two-faced at all though, but I do like I have appreciation for like both sides. If damn, maybe that's why. But yeah, like I have appreciation for both sides. Like, I don't care about your gender and shit. Like, I don't care about like what privates we're working with or out. You know what I'm saying? I like it all. I appreciate it all, and I like. So as I was saying, I only usually like one person at a time anyway, because my standards are so high and I'm picky and people bore the fuck out of me. But yeah, I don't think two-faced part is like related to me, because I'm very loyal and I'm very like trustworthy, and I'm very like, if I bang with you, I bang with you. Like, I'm not a different person the next day and shit. It's only if like you change or you do something where it's like, okay, my camera is messing up. So quickly, I'm a Cancer moon. Once again, I'm sensitive. I feel everything. And I don't just get my emotion away easily. And you definitely have to prove you're trustworthy to me. And I don't just give my emotion away for no reason. Like, it has to be like, oh, I feel something deeply for you, for me to care and like really be, I'm vulnerable, but emotional, not with a stranger. Like, why? Yeah. Logical Aries with the consistent Taurus. All right, I'm gonna end it because it keep cutting me off. Bye, guys.